morning guys, we're going to look at the new heat map feature at fxssi.com, and it will launch a TradingView screen and it looks really cool. So what we'll do, we'll look at the heat maps and we'll go through them together because I've not seen them this morning. I've been quite busy working on the sheet, and there were a couple of cell references out of bonk. I had the chat GPT look at the API, and what it did, I think it sort of mapped some cell references incorrectly, and so I had to redo what it suggested. It was making all these like performance upgrade suggestions, and I've had to undo those changes. So we're back to the old API now. So it was just trying to get things to improve on the performance, because when we get the API, sometimes it takes 90 seconds to download, which is crazy really. But as long as it works, that's fine. So it is working, but the performance upgrades were going to be astounding because it was going to reduce the API download from like 90 seconds to 2 seconds. So it's going to be something we're going to want to look at because it's going to improve the performance of the sheet. But I've just had to go back to the old API, and things are making a lot more sense now. For example, if you come to the QB scores, that's now accurate down here. That was looking at the weekly shifting, and now we're looking at the daily shifting, which is what we should be doing. We should be looking at the daily movement. Okay, so let's look at fxsci.com, and we'll go through these together, and then we can see. So you come to this bit. No, you don't. You come to the product, and okay. So I've got a link on Discord. I'm not sure why that's not showing. Anyway, you'll have, if you're a lifetime subscriber, you'll have a link at the top. So if I come to Discord and there's a link here somewhere. So these are the heat maps and stuff we were looking at. The link. 1 second. I don't know why I didn't display. There you go. Is it going to load? Yeah, cool. That's very bizarre. It might be to do with the fact I'm an affiliate of the website, and that's why it didn't appear there. However, on my Chromebook, it appeared, which is really strange. This is my Windows PC. However, as a lifetime sub, you'll see the link here on your screen. So it's a little bit bizarre. I'll have to raise that. So that's really interesting. Anyway, so this is what the heat map feature looks like. Basically, we're looking at rejections of the red area, and the red area is like the congregation of stops. And we're really seeing a movement on the Euro Aussie, and you can probably see why. Because there was like an abundant amount of stops up here. Don't forget you can do things like this. What's cool is that we can add the FXSI indicators as well, which is really cool. And so this is the movement that they were going long, and what happened is that they'd got stopped out, and now that action of them getting stopped out has changed the sentiment somewhat. My FX book are quite stubborn and are holding. They're very, very short, so we'll have to wait and see here. But not a bad demonstration already. You know, as a first example, it's a big liquidity here. I guess, you know, as you can see, it probably wanted that liquidity up here. In case you're wondering this green line, if you want to remove it and you get lots of green lines, you just have to go to refresh. Okay, so let's look at the major currencies. So the Euro USD, you can see we've got some up here, got some down here. What's really interesting, oh, they really shorted it there. I've no idea why they did that. What's quite cool is the GU. I'll show you. And here, this movement here. So what I might do is take off this right hand bit. We can take off the order book. But what is cool is that it does track the flow. Remember, this is your current positions and these are your stops. So what should happen is that we'll have they'll short it and it will push price higher. As you can see on the right hand side, see that blue area? Them selling it, it's going to act as a support. See, and it's getting larger and larger, pushing price higher. And then, you know, we would have taken some stops out here, light blue, down we came. And so that's how you can use it. So it looks like it might want to get 124.67. So something to bear in mind. And then also don't forget, we can also look at indices as well, which is fantastic. So here's the Dow Jones, and we can see the stops. We can't see the ratios for the Dow Jones, so that's fine. And we can see the stops. Wow. Yeah. The thing is, it's going to want to hunt these stops because it's got no reason really for this to fall because the herd are so short. And really, I suppose the absence of war is pretty risk on as well. And especially if Trump gets his meeting with Putin, and we're going to talk about a nuclear disarmament, you know, there could be worldwide peace, and so really we could be fundamentally risk on. So we probably could be probing these stops. There is a node up here as well. So that's just a quick demo. It's kind of strange how I didn't have the link there, but it's probably because I'm an affiliate and I'm not lifetime. So that's why that link wasn't there potentially. But I will raise it with the guys. And so let's look at the, we can look at the vol delta summary. Oh, yeah, okay, so what we can do maybe actually, drag that here, put it over here, and then we'll go right, and then we'll drag this over here. Something like that. Okay, and we'll take off the order book. Oh God. Take off that because it's taking up a lot of space. And then we can look at some stuff. So we are wanting to get things that are close to its daily open. Aussie CAD. You know what I was saying earlier on in the week, I'm not sure if we want to be selling the Aussie CAD if we're going to be really bullish on risk, because if the risk appetite is on and, you know, we want to pump on risk appetite, then really the Aussie can do okay. The reason for this falling is because of the sentiment. It's not fundamentally accurate. We shouldn't necessarily be falling on the Aussie if we're pumping on risk appetite. So you've got to be careful. But we are quite close to its daily open, and we've got blocks of colour. So FX, I don't know if we can. No, Aussie CAD won't be covered because we're only looking at majors. So that's probably worth noting. That's moved too far. That's got a little bit of a mixed picture, so you might want to avoid Aussie Swiss. How are we looking? CAD Swiss potentially, but you know, a little bit mixed. Here, you want blocks of colour. Aussie Euro CAD, we haven't got the sell confirmation or the buy confirmation. Euro Swiss, we have that. So it's suggesting sell. Doesn't really give you much information apart from that liquidity area down here, which you may want to probe. Potentially, it could be a good target, but where would you have your stop? Maybe here. And also what's cool about this is that you've got your tools as well. So say we want to target that with a stop here. I'm not sure what that kind of risk to reward would be. If we're going to target that pool of liquidity, it's not bad. It's a 2.3R trade. That's if we enter at that high. So no, so what you need to do is try and target stops. So this could be a good one, you know, theoretically. Euro pound. Oh no, you don't want to do that because they're currently getting paid. Pound Swiss for a sell. Pound Swiss, likewise, it might want to do that, but I can't see anything really to target there. And also, it's not that commonly traded as well, so probably the stops won't be that huge. But potentially it could be a good sell. You could probably argue we have taken out a little bit of stops here on that. You know, we've got a double top and we've probed it, so we've made like a triple top almost. We could probably argue we've taken some stops out there. Pound USD, but no confirmation. Dollar Swiss, but no confirmation. So I think what we could do is potentially look at yesterday's setups and see how they did. So we come to, oh, there's the link there from before. Trading view, where are we? There you go. That's fine. So we had some setups yesterday, and it was the Aussie Swiss. Was it the CAD Swiss? Okay, well, it looks like we might be getting stopped out on that one potentially. It was one to enter at market with a stop up here, so this could be a loss. Choppy though, that big reaction. It would have profited slightly, but not much profit. The Euro Swiss probably similar. That would have resulted in the stop, but our stops were quite tight there. This is from yesterday. I think it was probably based on the 15-minute chart, so I don't know why that would be there. So that would have been a loss, and I think maybe that was it. Oh no, Kiwi Swiss as well. Oh, okay, and that was a very ambitious take profit. Might be okay, and we're targeting down there. I'm not sure about the Euro Swiss. That was a bit of a weird one, but this could be okay. Will take a long time to get to TP, but this is based on the long short vol delta. So hopefully this is a good demo of the indicators. And don't forget the bot's got some Euro USD sells, and we want to get around here for our profit. So it looks like it might be okay. We'll have to wait and see. If you copy in the bot, remember it runs all week. It doesn't ignore news events. So if you copy it on a live account and you're worried, like per se, for example, we've got a CPI or NFP, you could always just switch off your computer and you won't copy, but the bot will run all week. Okay, so just so you know, and we'll have to see how we go. And it's a very good demonstration of this heat map feature as well. Gold was cool. So what had happened is that we came up to get this liquidity, as you can see. But what the most important thing of note is this movement here. That reaction. So it's kind of strange this is an old stop. We were talking about it in Discord and like how that came about. So if you want a breakdown about the psychology, just check your Discord, and I explained what's going on up there. And we had to return all the way back down to it. There's a gap there as well, just filled that gap, and boom, up we go. So really you could argue we probably shouldn't be going up high, but we can see some stops up here. The reason for it is because we've taken a huge stop loss cluster, but we could probably just want to get these as well. So that would have been the target, that would have been your entry, and you would have made some nice profits there. So that's today's video. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you guys soon.